Peter Handscomb, thanks so much for joining us. How have you settled into London, and welcome to the club?
Yeah, thanks mate, it's nice to be here. Settled in pretty well. I've been looked after, just put up down the road. Sun's shining since I've been here, so just pumped to get around the boys and get out here for tomorrow's game.
Good stuff. I think I first wrote the press announcement that you were joining Middlesex about 18 months ago. It's been some while coming thanks to COVID. How much are you looking forward to getting going?
Yeah. So excited to get out here. Obviously would have loved to have got here last year and start getting to meet the boys and do something pretty special with the club. But we have to wait one more year. It's okay given the circumstances. But it's just nice to be here now, and the boys are great. Got to meet them all yesterday. Had a nice training session, and we're ready to go.
I know you've played here a couple of times yourself in your career. How much of a factor was being able to call Lords your home a decision-making process for you?
Yeah, that was a big factor. To be able to play pretty much every second game at Lords, stay in the home dressing room, it's pretty special. Very special. I mean, this is the home of cricket, so you grow up watching this place and watching games here, and it's just special to be able to walk out onto this ground and play as much cricket here as possible.
Absolutely. Pete, you said you met up with the boys yesterday. It's been a tough start to the season for us, losses to Somerset and Hampshire. The Somerset one particularly hard to take. What's the mood in the camp like on first impressions?
No, the mood's good. Boys are up. I think they understand that. Yeah, it was two tough games. Probably lost in a session or two of play. It was hard to get back from there. So they're still feeling good. The bowlers are bowling well and they're fit and healthy, even though there's back-to-back games. And the batters, from what I saw on the nets, look really good. So I'm excited to get out here tomorrow and hopefully get the first win on the board.
I know you've been tuning in yourself to our live stream, watching back home, I guess in Melbourne. What have you made so far of what you've seen?
I like the group. I like the way they're trying to charge in. For every ball. Bamba looks like he's a nice young kid and doing some special things with the ball. So he's an exciting prospect to watch for this season. And obviously, Robbo up the top there with the bat was great in that first game. So the boys they're ready to go. I've just been enjoying watching them go about their business.
You come over here in pretty good form yourself. You average 46 in the Shield yourself. I know you've played in English conditions before, but how much do you think you'll have to adapt your game to kind of accommodate to early spring conditions?
Yeah, you got to change your game a little bit. Probably mentally more than anything else. Even just having a hit yesterday, I felt where I was hitting the ball in Australia, probably isn't where I need to hit the ball here, and that's just understanding that I just need to play a little bit later and under my eyes, maybe just that touch more, because it does continue to swing here, and it does nip, and that last sort of foot before the ball hits your bat is quite dangerous. So I've just got to be on top of all my movements and understanding what my game is, and then just going out there and trying to back it in as best as possible.
We've been pretty lucky, Pete, to have some outstanding Australian cricketers here with us in recent seasons. You look at Bucky and Adam Voges, of course, and George Bailey obviously played a big part. Have you managed to speak to any of those boys about what to expect when joining the club?
Well, Bucky, funnily enough, is the Victorian coach. And I've played a lot of cricket with him growing up, obviously, he was a Victorian as well. So I've spoken a lot to him about it, and sort of trying to understand the conditions here and the slope, and setting yourself up for stuff like that. So he's been great with it, and he's only said good things about the boys he's played with and the club itself.
Good to hear. Now, as club's overseas player, there's a lot of responsibility on those shoulders. How much are you looking forward to being an influence? You mentioned Ethan. How much are you looking forward to being an influence to some of those youngsters that are in that side alongside you?
Well, I mean, it's going to be exciting, because it is there are some youngsters coming through, which is really good for the club. But my job first and foremost is trying to lead by example, and I've got to go out here and score as many runs as possible, and hopefully that can rub off on any of the youngsters. But what I'm going to try and do is talk as much as possible as well, and any questions they have, and or anyone, just get the group talking and trying to improve as much as possible.
And how about your captaincy style, Pete? Obviously, Eski's deputised for you for the last 18 months. What should we expect to see from you on the field?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my captaincy style is. I'm just going to try and read the game as best as possible, and when those tight moments do come, or those crunch moments in the game, just making sure that we as a group are ahead of it and ready for it, and make sure that we come out on the winning side of that moment.
Finally, Pete, you couldn't be starting with a bigger game. It's the London derby against Surrey. How much do you know of that rivalry, and how great would it be to get off to a winning start against that lot from south of the river?
Yeah, the old London derby at Lords as well. So pretty excited for that to be the first game. Obviously there's a lot of history there between the two sides, and a good rivalry. So I'm excited to see how the boys get up for this game, and try and bring a lot of energy.
I certainly think they'll be up for it. Well, look, Pete, thanks so much for joining us. As I said, welcome to the club, and all the very best of luck.
Cheers, thank you.